That was technical difficulties again. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Welcome. I'm Scott, also known as Hero170 on if you're watching on Twitch, or Hero2020/Scott Yules if you're on Discord. I think it's Hero170 actually. Now that I think about it. But anyway, the Discord channel to find me mostly is right there, right next to my name. I'm joined by these wonderful people who've all agreed to be some guinea pigs for an online session for the Virtual Gaming Con main stage. So thanks, guys, for coming. I appreciate all the work you've put into making yourselves look cool. Some of you put on makeup, some of you put on hats, some of you are me wearing just headphones and a t-shirt. It's fun. It's fun. But thanks for coming out. I will unmute you guys now so you guys can start talking. But thanks for coming and being in this session of Maximum Apocalypse, the role-playing game, the D100 post-apocalypse system based on the board game of the same name made by Rock Manor Games. Currently in Kickstarter. The website's floating above my head, and it's also, just Kickstarter. Just go check it out. But this adventure is called The Ambush, which is a 2-hour adventure I wrote for Drop the Spotlight gaming crew, based out of Texas, and so it takes place in Texas. So thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. And I'll, at the end, if we have some time, we'll have you guys all tell us who you are and what you do. But for now, let's jump right in. It's a hot summer day under the north end of Hollywood Park, where you live, and the ancient garbage stink is heavy today. Your group has done the best you can to off-gas the fumes from the nearby sewage system, and even when your tunnels are clean, they are not truly clean. Today is evidence of this, and everyone, including the small children, are trying to scrub and sanitize the tunnels with the chemicals that your scientists have created with their scavenged materials. In the middle of this activity, the piecemeal shortwave radio in the makeshift corner on the makeshift table in the corner of the community area begins squawking to life, quickly followed by the radio code from the Canyon Lake survivors. So this area you're in is basically San Antonio, Texas. And you're living underneath the north end of San Antonio, where there are a whole lot of really big tunnels. Fun fact, this is based on actual true tunnels underneath the city of San Antonio. They really exist. And nearby, there's another group of survivors, relatively close. They're only like 25 miles away from you or so, at the lake called Canyon Lake. They were once part of your faction of survivors, but many, many moons ago, the group got into a disagreement on how to survive in all the stuff going on, and you guys split from the party that you were before. The big group that was surviving before in the natural caverns outside of San Antonio decided to part ways, and one half of your faction went to Canyon Lake to fish and live off the lake, and the other half, which is your half, decided to head back towards San Antonio to live under the city because scavenging is good, and there's lots and lots of component pieces rolling around in the town. So, now's the time where you guys can talk about who you are and what you're doing as you're trying to figure out what's going on with all the smells.
So, Dakota is one of those kids and also one of those scientists. So Dakota, scavenger, goes out, finds stuff, then comes back and makes stuff with that stuff. Really good thing to do. Yeah, smell bad. Don't like it.
Robin probably knows Dakota real well. We got similar hobbies. We both like to find stuff and make stuff out of the stuff that we find. So yeah, I'm definitely out there working on stuff.
Josiah, he doesn't really care much for finding things, but he goes out to make sure people are safe, brings them back, all patched up. Power of faith and blessings upon all y'all. But he's gotten pretty good at salvaging himself by being with these teens and such.
Pretty clever.
I'm a veteran. Lost my family in the nuclear holocaust, and I find more comfort in my pet dog Bandit than I do with other people. But being that I lost my family, I do tend to have a habit of looking after the other children of the area almost as my adopted family. I'm not very good at fighting, even though I'm a veteran, but I'm really good at salvaging and scavenging. And I like to go out and find enough stuff for me and Bandit to to survive and to help out others. May not be able to build stuff really good, but I can find it if you need it.
Yeah. Two more people. Who's gonna go?
Oh, I'll go.
Yeah.
So, Sam is a true-born Texan and has been here pretty much all his life. During the peak oil collapse, it just came down to him to be able to try and survive as best he could on his own. However, came across a bunch of friendly folk and spent a lot of time getting to know them. Pretty much from that point on, he decided that, being a risk assessment analyst, as he was in the time before, is probably of no good here, and instead leaning on his other skill that he learned growing up in Texas, and that is how to shoot the wings off a gnat. As a gunslinger, he's used a lot of his skills and abilities in order to try and scavenge and help keep those safe from above ground. And when the two different factions decided to part ways, it was actually Sam who was among the council of people that said that we should turn back and head to the city, because being out there on the river trying to fish our way to freedom is pretty much like trying to be a giant pike tossed up on the waters, just gonna flounder around until some big bear come get you.
And I play Skylar, and I go up and scavenge with the kids, make sure nothing gets a hold of them, and anything that's useful to bring back to help out the small civilization we have. And he was a former firefighter, so he feels like he's got nice leadership skills for the most part, and just wants to take care of people.
And Skylar's good at burning things.
And I love to watch the world burn.
Yeah, I like how most of you are outdoor scavengers. That's good to know. It's the opposite of any other group I've tried this adventure with, which is only 2 so far. So it's nice to have some outdoorsy people. Your leader of your faction is a geriatric original survivor named Elijah, and he hushes everyone and crosses to the machine to key the mic. He pumps the transmitter a few times to acknowledge the transmission and gives your group's acknowledgement code. Verbal code, sorry. However, just as he does this, a sudden shaking of the ground causes everyone to be lifted up off their feet and tossed to the floor. This is an aftershock of the major earthquake that leveled most of San Antonio, something you have felt on occasion. It was just badly timed. So all of you can make an athletic skill roll or a strength roll, basically, to stay standing as this thing tries to, this sort of rocking and shaking goes to mess with you.
I fall.
Nope, I'm ass over heel.
34.
Yeah, must have been on a slippery patch.
94.
Josiah slips down to his knees with hands clasped, looking up into the heavens.
Skylar doesn't budge because I got a 27 out of.
Nice.
Robin falls straight on his face and chips a tooth. With a 90.
I fall flat on my butt and try to do best I can to keep from hurting it.
There you go. So basically, what is it? Everybody but Skylar goes down? Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So you all go fall down in this earthquake. As you begin to stand up, however, you notice that grit and gravel are pouring through small holes in the concrete behind the radio. Before you can do or say anything, the wall cracks and tumbles into the room, causing dust and debris to fly everywhere. This is another action sequence. Everyone make a dodge roll. Starting you off with a lot of rolls and find out what you're doing.
28. I made it.
Yeah, you just need a success. Yeah.
Dakota's
Looking-
kind of distracted.
Looking straight up into
Look the other way. Yeah.
Looking straight up into the heavens, a big old rock slams right into Josiah's face.
Sam does not make this. I was really focused on worrying about whether or not the leader, the geriatric old man, was gonna do an injury trying to wind up this turbine, but did not see any of this coming. Not even a little.
Yeah,
I get smashed too. I fail.
So everyone who fails takes 2 damage. 2 damage. Now, you have the option of putting that on your armor, which starts you off really weird in the beginning of this adventure with damaged armor, or you could take that to your face. It's up to you. and you can drop it out of your health points.
I lose my hat.
Hat's gone.
Oh, my hat! God damn it!
Said
So,
2, right?
2, yeah.
So I'll take 1 damage. I'll absorb 1 damage from my hat, and I'll
Yeah.
take 1 damage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trials and tribulations.
Right. So now, after all that happens, Elijah manages to barely get out of the way, but the radio is not as lucky. As it hits the ground heavily, you can hear it crack and spark, but there's still some garbled sounds coming from it. Thinking that this was the worst thing that could happen to you in a while, you quickly are introduced to a bigger problem that was hidden behind the wall. A mischief of malformed rats, their extremely long tails matching their extremely long feet, come rushing into the community room with twisted snarls. It's obvious that these creatures are ravenously hungry and intent on consuming your group. Starting you off with some combat after making you do a bunch of dodge rolls and like standing up rolls, we jump right in to the combat. I forgot to change something. I forgot. Can you tell me what Robin's initiative, right? Really fast.
Robin's initiative is 11.
11. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So that
11?
means 11. So Robin falls like right here-ish. That's fine with me.
That's how they pronounce it in the time that Robin is from.
Yeah.
Yes.
11. Right.
11. English has changed quite a bit.
I forgot to
I'm still getting
update
used to this
before we started. Okay.
this old-timey English.
Yeah, this old whatever this language is. Is it even English?
There was another vowel shift. No, there was a consonant shift.
It's Texan. That's all you need to know.
It was during the Great Seismic Cataclysm. The consonants shifted. You know, it was the whole.
Consonants shifted. Funny.
I mean, it was good, but is this the venue for it?
I don't know. I liked it. All right. So, Dakota, you're the fastest one of this group. The rats have come scurrying out. They haven't quite caught to you yet. They're about mid-range from where you are. They are scurrying across the floor toward your group, though. There are a bunch of them. 8 of them, as a matter of fact. 8.
Yeah. Sure, this is not the first nasty surprise down here, so Dakota doesn't go anywhere without his bow. So, yeah, time to get out the bow and make sure they don't get close to Dakota. So, yeah, shoot time.
So you're going to draw the bow, and you're going to shoot. Makes sense to me.
And a 62 comes in under archery, so that's a hit.
Makes sense to me. Yeah. Okay.
And a 62.
Because an archery, so it's a hit. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and roll the dodge. Sorry, I was like just checking some stuff on my thing. It was my bad for being behind. 88 to dodge, so that's a failure. You go totally hit.
All right, and 2d4 for the damage.
Yep.
That is going to come out to 6 points of damage.
Cool. All right, so you kill this rat that you aimed at with the arrow. Just pierces it, pins it to the floor. Nice and solid.
Dinner's coming through the wall!
Sam the gunslinger. Sam, you're the next one to act because you're the second fastest of this group. There's a lot of fast people in this group, actually. There's a lot of 11s and 14s and stuff. Anyway,
Right.
what do you want to do?
So Sam sort of takes one complex action to sort of stand up after being knocked down from the seismic topple. He like picks up like his hat as he does so and sort of brushes it off, only to have it like sort of collapse into pieces from the explosion. He looks at these rats dead in their eyes and says, "You done messed up my hat. Ain't no man comes into a Texan man's hole and mess up his hat." I'm gonna quick draw my my pistols, and are they kind of like these I suppose like canisters of that chemical they've been using to clean the.
Oh yeah, there'd be canisters laying around. Yeah.
How flammable are these canisters?
Good question. I would imagine that they're at least decently flammable. So
Cool. I'd like to aim and try to shoot one of these canisters as close, or well, sort of timing it so that when a couple of them, the rats, kind of get nearby, just kind of try and blast a shrapnel.
So shooting at the canisters as these things roll past it, you're gonna like aim at the canister, and then when they get close enough, go boom, boom.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we'll then hold that and wait until they move. So you're waiting for them. I get it. I follow. I like it. I like it a lot. Cool. There's like a whole chat going on. This is the first time I have like an actual like super long chat going on in like my video. It's great. Whoa, what did I do? Oh, okay, cool. All right, so next person to act then is Robin. Robin, what do you want to do?
I have a very large adjustable wrench that I keep on me all the time. It is a 30-inch wrench. It says so in my inventory. So I am going to get ready to smash. And when the rats come near me, I'm going to smash.
All right, you're gonna hold your actions and wait until they get to you, and then you're gonna smash them.
Yes.
With it. I like it.
Smash.
We'll come back to you then when the rats get to take actions. Jules and Bandit. Bandit actually goes after Jules technically. Bandit has its own initiative, which you know. But Jules gets to act first. Jules, what do you want to do?
My trusty knife of all. If I have to hold my action until they get close enough, how far away are they away?
They are mid-range. So if you were to take like a movement action, you would only be halfway between them, right? So you would still have a range to go, or you could just wait for them to get to you.
I'm gonna move forward, take move action, move closer to help protect everybody, and command Bandit to attack.
Okay. So you move forward, and then you're going to give Bandit a command. So on Bandit's action, Bandit can on Bandit's turn rather, Bandit can engage in that action. What was the command you gave it?
Attack.
Right, of course. So it's now Bandit's turn.
Just as a quick question, in regards to that, given that that I'm aiming for that the canister, is Bandit at risk if he rushes forward?
Quite possibly. Bandit's gonna respond to the attack command. Doesn't necessarily mean avoid the canisters, though, Bandit.
Yeah, that's more or less it. On your left, Bandit.
Yeah, you could actually shout, right? Shouting is like a free action as long as you don't say like a ton of things. If you like go off on, I'm gonna read all of Shakespeare, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's more than one action. But if you're like, if Bandit goes and gets like right in your shot, you can be like, out of the shot, dog, right? Like that kind of thing.
Move.
Yeah.
Move, dog.
Okay, yeah. So Bandit's going to run in and attack. So why don't you roll on Bandit because it's Bandit's turn? Why don't you roll the attack for me on a rat?
All right. So it'll be a bite attack.
Yep.
A 1.
A 1. Making me get the GM guide out this early in the game. How dare you?
Dog's the best fighter around us.
This happened the other day. I can't remember when it happened. But this happened the other day where like the first.
You know, it's actually I don't think you need to get the GM guide out because that's not how I remember that happening, and I'm invoking my deja vu ability. I'm going to use one of my luck points to allow him to reroll.
One's good.
One's good. One's a critical.
Oh wait, hold on.
thing.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm thinking backwards.
We're rolling down. We want to get the lowest number.
We want low.
All I'm just imagining in that moment is Robin's run over to the dog and just hit it. Like
Yeah,
just
no, that guy
bang,
died.
dog.
I remember that guy dying.
All right. So you're okay. So this we'll reroll that one because that one doesn't affect here. Okay. So Bandit rolls up on the rat. The rat cannot pass this because there's nothing greater than a critical success on the attack, right? So the opposed dodge fails. The rolls up, just grabs the rat, takes its head off, just starts squirting its blood all over, and goes "Rah!" with the head as the rat body squirts and falls to the ground. Because the attack not only did like ridiculous damage because the dog already does base damage higher than the rat's life, but it severed a main artery and caused it to bleed out for the next 1d4 rounds, and I rolled a 2. So for the next 2 rounds, it's gonna be squirting blood all over the place.
It's gonna be gushing.
Yeah.
We got a gusher.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Josiah, it is now your turn to do stuff.
Who got hit in the face with a rock besides myself?
Skylar did.
Skylar, Dakota. It looked like a lot of people did actually.
Like everyone did.
Well, I'm gonna
Not right.
kind of saddle to the old veteran there. He fought for our country, and I'm gonna just say a little prayer, lay a little hands, and try to have the
Say a
spirit's
little prayer.
blessings
Lay little hands.
lift those wounds from this poor individual.
Good. Cool.
And that is a double success on that.
So a great success. The 2 degrees. Is that what you said?
That is, yes, I'm under the second number.
Yeah. So great success. So,
Would it-
cool.
yeah.
And so you're healing him. He took how much? You only took 2 damage though, right?
Yeah, we all took 2 damage.
Yeah, it was 2 damage.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Totally works. Double checking going fast.
Oh, I think I misunderstood this ability. I can't actually heal.
You don't
physical.
actually
It's
heal.
just
I was like trying to think. I was like, I think you
Yeah,
were
no,
going to
no, no,
protect him
it
from
says
damage,
remove-
right?
it says remove resolve damage.
Resolve damage. Yeah. He hasn't been
But,
hit with resolve.
no,
Resolve is like things
I'm
like
actually
unnerved and
sorry. I'm actually going to make sure Bandit is surrounded by a protective aura, in case any explosions go awry.
stuff. That's a much better deal with that particular thing. We'll go ahead and go with that.
Yes.
Small
Damn it, priest,
retcon.
pick up a med kit.
I mean, to be
There-
fair, this is
there's
Sam's
a-
first
there's a-
attempt at
there's
playing
a-
a priest, so
Yeah, there's a kind of, I don't know, just a light feeling in the air, and just out of the corner of their eye, there almost seems to be a nimbus around the Bandit there. As blood spurts from the rat in its
rat.
jaws.
Yeah.
There's just a sense of holiness and peace.
Skylar, you're now the one that gets to do something. You just watched the priest walk up and make a penumbra of light around the dog.
Well, I mean, it could be a trick of the light,
He's a witch.
It's something. Yeah, I'm gonna take my fireman's axe and I'll actually walk up and hit a rat.
Axe at a question.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask it a question.
It won't understand it's a rat.
Watch your left.
But he can axe at a question all day long.
Oh wow, that is amazing. So I rolled just under half, so it's a hard success.
A hard success. You mean it's a great success?
Oh yeah, great
Because-
success. Sorry.
Because this ain't Call of Cthulhu, bro.
I'm
Just kidding.
sorry. Okay.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, so you got a great success. Well, let's see what the rat does for its attempt to try to dodge out of the way. It has to get an amazing success. It did not. A 57 does not a amazing success make. So yeah, you totally do the damage to it. So go ahead and roll your damage, which I believe is ridiculous in comparison to everyone else.
Right. It's where is my damage?
Roughly center of the character sheet. Slightly below that.
Yeah, it's trying to figure that out.
Is it M for massive on there?
Yeah, there we go. 2d6 plus 3. So that's 1. So that's 5. That's 8 damage.
Cool. So 8 damage, which is more than enough to kill the rat twice. So your blade comes down, cuts it in twain, and twain it be. Cool. Now the rats get to do some stuff. They're going to start rushing into the room. They're going all over the place. There's a few coming at you guys, but many more going into other places. I'm going to let Michael resolve his dealio as the rats rush through, and then we'll go to the others. Fires his shot.
Nice. That is an amazing success of 17.
Cool. What is your normal damage again?
H for my
1d
pistol.
So 1d6 plus 3. Roll that 3 times because you got an amazing success.
Right. 6, 4, 4. So that's 14 plus 3 is 17.
Yeah. So there's a kabloom, and 17 kills. That kills basically 6 rats in one shot. One just. A bunch of dead rat bodies go flying all over. A bunch of the stuff in the room just gets shaken. It was already like knocked around from the earthquake, but now this explosion just throws furniture debris all over the place. And I'm gonna go ahead and clear 3 rats off of the list of rats that you care about because they would come after you guys. And you just waste a bunch of rats in the process.
Skylar gives a thumbs up on the big fireball he just witnessed.
There are small bits of wood burning all over the place, though. That's a thing that just happened.
Is that a normal yield for the explosion? Because this seems like highly explosive.
I
compound.
had just determined that I was going to do your normal damage, like degrees of
Okay.
success is
Just
for the
in an
explosion.
area. No, I'm gonna turn
did
to
3.
like I'm gonna turn to Dakota and Robin and basically kind of like give them a look which expresses why is this incredibly volatile substance what we're cleaning the walls with? Because both of them together are responsible for like, piecing things together and sciencing up. Like, yeah, no, this will clean the walls and it smells like lemon, and
Have you
it's like
seen the walls?
It works.
It's better than radiation poisoning, that's for sure.
there's all these dead bodies and this lemon pledge like smell everywhere.
Lemon pledge
And-
explosion all over the place. That's what's happening.
And now Skylar needs like
more
5
of this.
gallons of this stuff.
Have you tried to clean off 20-year-old grease when it soaks into the concrete?
Right. So removing 5 from everyone's initiative, starting the second action phase of this still singular combat round. Dakota, you get to do actions again. What do you want to do?
Well, maybe I should get up, and after that, maybe another rat on a stick, one that's not already cooked, because rat good eating.
Maybe.
So, 75, which is right on.
Okay. So that's
So-
a success. Let's check out the rat's attempt to get out of the way. Rat rolls a 61, which is, again, not a dodge make. So you do your damage of 2d4.
And that comes out to 7 damage. One more rat skewer for dinner.
One more rat skewer for dinner is in the truth. That is the case. Cool. Sam, you killed a bunch of rats. There are still more in the room, but like there's only 2 left coming toward you guys as a group. There's a few more.
How many are? Because there's obviously the 2 near us, but the other ones, where are they going?
They're going to deal with all of the other people that are hanging out in these tunnels. Like in this room, this particular community room had a decent amount of people in it, and so these rats are going.
And how many of those guys are over in that direction?
I don't know. Apparently 19 of them, according to this die roll.
Well, it seems like we have to cut our losses. They're all dead. Okay, so because Sam's got a good like kind of he just in general he's kind of got this vibe of like trying to protect people and stuff.
Yeah.
He's gonna look to the group and basically say, looking at are there any canisters near where we are?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. I'm gonna point at the canisters and point at the 19 rats and say, set me up. And I'm going to do the same thing. Now, here's a question. Because I have the guns blazing feature with multi-attack, can I potentially ready to shoot 2 canisters with that kind of go into that area?
Yeah, you could definitely shoot 2 different canisters because your multi-attack allows you to attack twice. So those could be 2 different targets.
Okay. So I'm hoping that my allies will do. I mean, if they don't, I'm not gonna like resent them or anything. They're just gonna be like, whoa. And the readied action will be to shoot the canisters. But if by the time it gets to the rat's turn, can I also stipulate that I'll just shoot 2 rats?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's what I'll do.
Okay. Cool. All right then.
Okay. So who wants to believe in the power of God and just run 2 canisters there, and then I'll bless them so they won't take any damage?
I changed my mind. I'm gonna shoot the
pull
priest.
them out.
Got dark really fast.
Damn it, Josiah! Martyrdom only works if you give yourself up.
Not giving other people up. That's a different story entirely.
To start running. No.
God doesn't give Josiah enough actions to pick up 2 canisters and bless myself.
That's true. That's true. God has not given you that much action.
So when you level up, you ask for more.
All right, so Robin, it is your turn to take actions. What do you want to do?
Jai brings up a good point. I remember this happening where I threw it and it didn't go anywhere near the rats. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 canisters and I am going to run like a Wimbledon ball boy and just run through the rats and put them down and keep running through the crowd.
Just keep running.
I'm just gonna like set them down carefully, but without breaking stride if I can.
Got it. Okay. Grab them and move. You're just running
That's what I'm
through.
going for.
Kind of like that scene in Snowpiercer where the guy just keeps running with the like torch thing. Yeah, got it.
I'll have to take your word for it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, well. Anyway, that's your
Spoiler.
fault. Jules.
We'll do a watch party.
Yeah. Right after this, watch party. Everyone join us.
Yeah.
Jules, it is your turn to take actions. What do you want to do?
Oh, sweet. I can just do that. That's great.
Yeah. No. You don't have to make it. No, this is just movement. That's just movement. You don't have to make any rolls.
So are those 2 rats close enough for me to get it with my knife?
Yeah. You could. Well, you have to take one step. Wait, no, they got to you. Yeah, they would have done that. That was their whole turn.
Yeah, because
So
I
yes.
made a step last turn.
Yeah, they're there. They're definitely in.
All right. Well, I'll take a swing with my combat knife then.
Okay.
40. And my skill is a 40.
All right, that's a success. Got a 76 on the dodge. So go ahead and roll your damage, which again for the combat knife I think is 2d4 again.
Yeah. 2.
Cool. You badly damaged this rat. It is still alive, but you've cut it, pretty heavily. It's bleeding all over the place, screeching and squealing. Comes to Bandit. What is Bandit gonna do? Keep going with the rat's head.
Yeah, he's gonna come up and take a swat with his paw with at the one I'm playing with.
Right, try to keep it out away from its master. That makes sense. Smash the threshold,
Okay.
friend.
I rolled a 40 when I had a 40, and I just rolled a 75 when he has a 75. I could have done that again if I tried.
So lucky. Yeah, totally. The rat has disadvantage on its dodge, so it got an 87. So yeah, you totally hit.
2 damaging. And
Kills it. So the pawing away from your dog kills this rat before it can do much. It goes flying off into like the debris. Going to Josiah, but Josiah, you just like made a plan, right? Like, oh, go drop these canisters and I'll protect you.
Yeah, I mean, is Robin close? Is in the destruction area?
Yeah, Robin is in the destruction area, but here's the thing: the blessing only works if you touch him. You have to be in close range.
I did not wait for that. I just grabbed the canisters and ran through.
Exactly.
I mean, the Lord works in mysterious ways that apparently Josiah is not fully aware of yet.
Yeah, it says in the full rules. I think it's probably because you're just basing off the character sheet. Like in the actual book, it says that they have to be in close range for that to work. So basically, you have to stand next to people and go bless and lay on hands, right? Like that's what you're doing.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
that's fine. So what do you want to do now that Robin has like taken your plan and gone with it?
I am not good at waiting for detailed instructions. That's how I got here.
So I'm not sure like the layout logistics of this, but I'm gonna like move in front of Robin and lay hands so that he is both protected and a shield.
Got it. I get where you're going with this. I get where you're going with this. I'll accept it. I'll let it happen.
Let's
cool.
see if the dice will let. That is a triple success.
An amazing success.
Yeah, I mean, would that be enough to maybe allow the blessing to affect both of us?
We'll see. What is Robin's build?
Very slight and wiry.
I mean, same with Jebediah. It's just like two poles.
Right.
Like,
so what are the numbers involved? Because you have a build number, and I'm just curious to know how much of Robin. Is
sorry.
Josiah.
This is an actual stat.
It's an actual stat. Yeah, it's an actual stat. It's the of the character sheet.
Yeah, 50.
Okay.
55. So I've got my butt sticking out just a little.
Just slightly bigger. That's fine. That might work out here in a moment.
I shouldn't have eaten that mutant rat last week.
Yeah, right. Skylar's turn. There's one rat sort of in the vicinity, and there's a bunch of other rats that are running up toward people.
Okay. Skylar's going to take care of the last rat.
Yeah, why not?
That's in the vicinity.
Why not? That's what Skylar does. Kill the rats.
Yeah, that's still a success. That's a 48. So that's just a regular success. And that is 2d6 plus 3.
The rat also got a success on the dodge, but ties go to the player. So, boom.
So that's 3. So that's 9 damage.
Okay, yeah, that completely kills the rat. The rat is dead. It goes splittery splat all over the place.
Squish.
And that kills all of the rats that are coming after you guys. There are still rats headed into the crowd of people. Dakota, you still have actions to take. This is sort of mopping up the remaining of the rats that are going after your friends, all the other people. What do you want to do?
Yeah. So getting close to people that Dakota likes and doesn't want to shoot. So maybe take some time to aim before shooting rat, because don't want to shoot people.
Right.
So remind me what aim does?
Gives you advantage.
Ah, yes, I like that. So 46 or 66. 46 sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good to me too.
Skewer a rat, and
yeah, 84.
That looks like 5 points of damage.
Cool. That kills another rat. You kill a rat, go into other people. But now we come to Sam, who's been waiting for this moment for all his life.
All his life.
So with the readied shot, I'm going to shoot some of the rats that may be going after Robin and Josiah. Before they get to them, just sort of like just try to give them cover, and tell them to get the hell out of there.
You're not gonna shoot the cans.
I can't wait to smell like burning lemons.
You guys are standing next to the cans, you dang idiots. Look,
okay, I have plot armor.
Unless I want to launch an idiot-shaped satellite into orbit,
true.
I ain't shooting those canisters yet.
Dude, I have plot armor built into my character.
I do?
Yeah.
I don't know that. All right,
Don't you see the vague nimbus of light that is protecting?
Oh, I'm so glad there's a vague nimbus.
Vague nimbus. Don't you know what that is?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's see what
Do it.
Yeah.
Right, that's a 9.
Okay.
Which is under my amazing.
Yeah.
So that's 3d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
Which is 14 plus 3 is 17.
Okay.
Again.
And then the other shot?
The other shot is it's an 85, but I want to burn a luck on it.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh.
All right, that's much better. That one is a 32, which is a great success. So that'll be 2d6 plus 3.
Yeah.
That's 14.
Okay. So just explosion everywhere, debris flying everywhere, rocks, sand, dirt.
You trying to kill us?
Robin, you take 0 damage for your proximity. Sam, Josiah, roll luck for me real fast. Roll luck.
This is how we lose a priest.
It's okay. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I'm gonna spend a luck to
You're gonna spend a luck to re-roll the luck.
Okay, 36 out of 50.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. I was actually just gonna give you a percentage of the total damage, right? If you failed, right? Because it was gonna be like, well, there's only like a 5 difference, so we'll give him like some percentage of it, some smaller number of the 31 damage from the explosions.
I suck in my gut,
Yeah, and so all this debris goes flying around you. There's like a brief flame flies past Robin. Robin's like, there's all this stuff is happening. You can like feel it just missing, like it just doesn't touch you. Pretty normal for you.
Move my head to the right a little bit, just because I remember that.
Yeah, that thing just that kind of stuff. And yeah, as the smoke clears, all of the rats are dead. You guys have cleared them out, and you now have this open community center area that you've blown to pieces.
Well, I guess the barbecue's on.
Yeah, following Dakota's lead, I will start skewering them up on my rebar spear.
I mean, it ain't lemon chicken, but it sure smells like it.
The one thing to note, those of you that are highly intelligent, these are definitely mutant rats. You're gonna probably have to do some decontamination if you want to try to eat them, because they emanate some radiation. In fact, all of you have to make a immunity, except for Sam, who's the only one that didn't get. Well, Sam and Dakota, I guess, didn't really get close to any. So Sam and Dakota do not have to make an immunity roll. Everyone else has to make an immunity special stat roll.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Big money.
Ooh.
That is going to spend a luck point to reroll. And that is a 35, which is much better.
Josiah was blessed by a 9, which is a triple success.
Now, does my Fallout special ability have any effect on this, seeing how I may have known that these were mutants?
You would know that, so that would be your academics, knowledge, just your knowledge about mutant rats. You would know that these are mutant rats, and you could eat them. I'm not saying you couldn't. There would just be a process of decontaminating them.
So
Right.
is this mutation? All this is this an infect rating, or is infect only zombies?
Yeah, no, it is radiation is also an infection. Yeah.
So could I use blessing to reduce the infection within the rats?
This is
Okay,
one of the reasons why Josiah is a tremendously useful character.
I will say a great prayer over this bountiful feast that has been provided for us.
But first, everyone needs to make that immunity roll, and if you fail, then
Well,
Yeah.
what I was asking is, do I have an advantage on my immunity
oh
roll?
no. So the
Okay.
Fallout is just knowledge. It's a knowledge
Okay.
thing.
So I rolled all zeros.
34. So
Oh,
You may really
Oh.
That's really bad.
That's a critical failure on the Skylar.
triple lot. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, who rolled all zeros?
Skylar did.
Skylar.
No, you didn't. I'm using this ability one way or another.
You remember it differently? Yeah.
I remember this differently. You did not get sick from radiation. I'm using one of my luck points so you can reroll.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
a little timey-wimey action going on.
Yeah,
Wibbly wobbly.
I rolled double zero again.
Are you kidding me?
All zeros.
Robin did not remember this differently. I think
Exactly how it happened. Sorry, I was wrong.
In one reality, he melted. In another reality, it had 4 heads just growing
Look,
out.
I've done this
Yeah.
one 4 times. Okay, this is a very Groundhog Day sort of situation.
Okay, Skylar is going to burn his luck now.
So, right, that's fine. I'll allow that. But this will be it. This is the last time. Hopefully
Yeah,
it's
no.
all zeros.
Thanks, Scott.
Way to believe.
003.
Okay, that's much better. It was so close, though. So close. All right. Did anyone get infected?
No.
No? Okay, good.
Normal success.
I was going to tell you, if you did get infected, you'd have to mark it on your character sheet right here in this section of the character sheet where it says infected. You would be in the incubation stage.
As long as the normal success saves, man.
You're fine. Normal success. Yeah, and then
Um,
Josiah can, clean all this up.
Yeah, I just get lead everyone in a nice prayer circle. We get some of the survivors of musical talents to play some drums. If anyone wants to join into some singing, that's fine too. But yeah, kind of.
Is there normally a dance involved with this? Because if so, man.
Oh, I mean, you can
Well-
dance if you wanna.
Well, as soon as Josiah pulls out the drums,
Fantastic.
Sam rushes
With my friends
over and
behind.
says, "Are you out of your goddamn mind? Do you not remember the drum circle of '88? We don't play drums, so we don't make drum circles no more."
Sam, I wasn't even alive in '88.
Because do you want 3-headed mutant rats from alien space? No, because that's how you get 3-headed mutant alien rats from outer space.
Our harmonica's fine.
Harmonicas
Was there
are
a
fine.
harmonica strategy.
There's no
Very
leather-based
well.
percussion instruments.
Harmonicas it is then.
All
yes,
right. So the radio's on the floor crackling, reminding you that it broke in the process of all of this going on, and the explosions probably didn't help it. But others, some of the survivors rush over to it and they're trying to piece it back together. They're doing a amateur hour job though, trying to put it back together.
Can I also use some of the cleansed leather to repair my hat?
Yeah, you can. This is just the crafting roll to put it back together.
Yeah, I'm the mechanic. They need to get the fuck away from my radio.
Is crafting
Hey,
also what do you use for cooking?
Cooking would be survival.
Okay, not I.
Your radio? No, our radio.
Our radio. Sorry, Dakota. Our radio. Yes, they need to get away from our radio though because they're gonna mess something up. You know they're gonna mess something up.
Yeah, it's definitely amateur hour over
Mm,
there.
Come on. Look, these are tools. You use these to fix things. You don't have these. Get away.
The soldering iron.
Let me know what you guys need, and I'll go find it. We'll get what you guys need. What do you guys need to fix this?
What do we need to fix this?
Preferably Sam to get far away from this thing before he blows something else up.
What you need is at least
Look, they're the ones that built those canisters with that cockamamie lemon pledge stuff.
It works.
Don't do it again.
Didn't mean you had to go blow it up.
You could power a diesel car on that. And I'm wearing my hat backwards.
In either case, let's do damage assessment here.
Yeah, you so basically you just need to make a successful mechanics skill roll to put it back together. And you will need five component pieces to fix it. So really just
we need 5 pieces, Jules. We need 5 component pieces.
Oh, I got that. Yeah, I got 11 here. So
All right, so
I
5
definitely got
jewels.
some. Here's some capacitors. Here's some wire.
Cool. Yeah, so
I give them some glow sticks.
are you guys going to work together as a team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then one of you is going to be the primary and the other one's the secondary, and we're going to do a teamwork roll.
So
okay.
I think I help.
Okay.
So
That's
then
good, 'cause-
sorry.
Yeah, I got a. What is the second degree of success? I got it
A
there.
great success, but with the way that teamwork works is Dakota's going to roll, and that will add to your threshold. So.
Oh.
So 52. That's under mechanics. So yeah, that's another success.
Okay, so you get a +5. I don't know if that pushed your threshold any lower, like for your success, but
So I don't know what's quarter of 75.
quarter of 75 would be
35.
18 or something like that.
Oh, quarter. Yeah, 17.
Oh no, but didn't make it. So just a great success.
75 though, so it'd be like 18.
But because
okay.
I got yeah.
That's
So I
fine.
got 20
so great
against
success.
75.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, with that great success, you could put 2d4 plus 1. Oh no, great success 40. Yeah, you'd be able to put more than enough component pieces into the your pool of things. Would totally work out, and you could easily put all 5 in and repair this radio with Jules's capacitors and wire and other such that he handed over. So after the crackling, as the crackling radio signifies that power is flowing properly, you hear the somewhat garbled voice of Stein, the Canyon Lake faction survivor. Hey, are you there? Hollywood Park, are you there? Elijah shoves both of you aside, grabs the mic, asserts his dominance as leader of this particular pack of weirdos, and does his thing again where he clicks and responds. They end up having like a old man conversation, as it were. Where they just chitter chat about stuff. He explains what happened, talks about the rats.
Boring.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get my arrows back.
Yes, go ahead and make your salvage roll to get your arrows back. They basically have this conversation about what just happened because they weren't expecting there to be an earthquake in the middle of a conversation. But in the end, if they finally get to the point where Stein explains that over the last week, they've been seeing a lot of activity near the Highway 46. Highway 46 at the junction of 46 and 281. It's dangerously close to both of you. You guys live just off of 281, so like they're basically saying that somewhere halfway between the two groups, where there's another freeway that sort of goes over the glassed nuclear desert sands that used to be a freeway out there, that there's been some activity. They've checked it out. They're not sure who's doing it, but evidence suggests that it's clinkers, as he described them. And they want to bring the fight to the clinkers before the clinkers find them and, kill everybody, because that's how clinkers do. So they propose a union and joint venture between your two groups. They would like to set an ambush. They'll bring supplies to set up barricades. You guys find out what's going on and figure out what the best attack locations are. And then when the clinkers show up, kill them all. That's the plan.
So, 2 things. amazing success. So somehow arrows not go boom. Yay.
Yeah.
Clinkers, robots.
Yes.
Mm.
Do we think some sort of like EMP weapon? Does that still
Maybe.
work on these guys? Wait, what point in the robot evolution are we at?
We're at the point where you shoot them enough times, they fall down.
Well, yeah, but do they have like EMP shields? Can we
They're
just
robots.
zap
You
them?
shoot them enough times, they fall down.
Yeah. Nobody's aware of any EMP shields. Zapping them does work if you overload their electronics. Yeah.
What about the hole where all these rats came from? Is it kind
It's
of
a
closed
big
in,
hole.
or
It
is
looks like the rats have been living in there for a while, and the wall, the cement of the wall, was keeping them in, and they've been working at it from the other side. You can see all the scratch marks on the opposite sides of all of this fallen debris.
Is there anything, could we go in there, or is it just like a little?
It's just like a small thing. It looks like it came from like the sewage tunnel, so it just goes over to the
Oh,
sewage. So
okay.
the stench of the sewage actually gets, more now because the sewage tunnels and the tunnels you live in are actually separated, and they only have a few places where you bridge them. And this is now a new place where you've bridged it, which is in the middle of your community room.
So
Yeah,
now it
which- so we
smells
now-
like sewage, burning flesh, and Tide lemon. All just kind of mixed up.
Now we need something to plug the hole up.
Or we could build a trap on the end. Let dinner come to you.
Hmm.
As long as we can purify them before we eat them, it should be fine.
But the smell.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of inescapable.
Sam's going to do a couple of things. First of all, he's going to listening to the plan, as it were.
Mhm.
He wants to kind of scrutinize it, really chew on does this seem on the up and up?
Mhm.
Sam views the other clan, the other group, as cowards, right? They're trying
Yeah,
to take the easy
sure.
way out, not
Yeah.
fight for the city and stuff. Them coming up with a plan to set up an ambush and bring the fight to them. That doesn't sound that something's not 1 and 1's making 7 right now, and he just wants to make sure that these guys are on the up and up.
Yeah, we dealt with them in the past. Do we know them as being trustworthy, or?
Over the last 2 years or so, you've started to have more and more dealings with them. There was their old guard kind of died off, the people that were still angry and offended from your original fight kind of died off. And some of the younger survivors why did we separate from these guys again? I mean, they're not wrong. We kind of need supplies. So you've had a few dealings with them. The radio between the two is only been around for about a year now, but you guys have had these communications. You established a verbal connection to make sure that you knew that you were actually talking to the other faction rather than, the confirmation was someone pretending to be the other faction to catch you guys in traps and stuff. So you've made some progress in developing and building the relationship with them. But Sam's right. There's still a little bit of an animosity between the two.
Right.
With them thinking
Is it-
the lake is better.
Yeah. So is there a sense motive roll, or is that
There wouldn't really. This would be either a perception or it would be a resolve if they were trying to lie to you. If they lie to you, if somebody lies to you, you get to make a resolve roll to sort of feel that that's wrong. You get it doesn't work. But in this case, it seems like they're legit. They really have this plan. They are saying that they're going to be sacrificing themselves as well, that they're going to be part of this. But they're not. They're also not dictating how many of the people from your group need to go on this expedition. They're just saying, "Hey, listen, this is what we propose. Feel it out. Come back. Let us know if that's what's going to happen."
All right. Sam, the next thing Sam's going to do is instigate a command action where he's going to try and wrangle up everyone.
Okay.
All right. Listen up, everyone. This is what we need to do. Now, this here hole is going to lead nothing but that rat warren. What we saw here were just the guys digging the hole. We need to patch this up and make sure that it's nice and repellent to these rats. Save what meat we can. Josiah, you use your magical hoodoo and
Ain't magic.
listen, you floating nimbus of light ain't natural, okay?
It is just the blessing of the spirits.
Nor is not exploding when I shoot things. Anyway, the point being, is save what meat we can, use them as rations. We're gonna mortar up this here wall here, and we're gonna use the blood from these creatures as part of the mix. Hopefully, they'll get a scent of their own kind and get exactly what happens when they bust through that wall. Skylar, Robin, Dakota, points at the dog. Old man, whose name is not written down so I can see it clearly, but old man,
Jules.
Jules, and Josiah, we're going to be the ones to go and check this place out. All right? We're going to try and get there a little earlier than they want to ambush us, when they want to set up this ambush for the clinkers. We'll take the time. We'll make sure that this place is all properly secured up. If we can, we'll see what we can do to help our fellow survivors out of this sticky situation. Till then, Dakota, find someone to be able to continue the cleaning work. Robin, find someone to watch the comms. And Skylar,
Yes.
find the biggest fucking stick you can, because we're going to need it.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I think while the old men were talking about politics, Dakota and I put together plans for basically a device built probably from those 5-gallon water jugs and a few other components and valves that allows the rats to run in and then allows the noxious fumes to accumulate as the rats are trapped. So it catches the rats, kills the rats, and it's just an option. So we'll hand off the plans
Yeah,
to
right.
whoever's doing the
It's like a rat motel.
Right.
yes.
Yeah, and all,
And just suffocates
all sketched on like a really ratty looking like napkin that was found on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it will work. Don't listen to the old man. Just do this instead. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Food comes to us for a change.
Right?
How
And then
awesome
they
is
kill
that?
themselves. Eventually, they'll stop coming. But
Well, the
right.
mutant-
So there's a question about how, if you guys are going to go do this, which is totally, clearly what Sam was just suggesting you guys all do. There are two ways of going about this. You can either go the overland path, which means leaving the tunnels and heading overland to this place. You can do that on foot, or you can try to go find a car and then drive the rest of the way. The car option will significantly decrease your travel time, but you'll have to go outside. And one thing about outside is it's hot, real hot out there, because it's just a big desert. The other option is to continue underground, because you know that the natural caves are not very far from one of the entrances to your tunnels. In fact, you guys have poked it out a little bit to see if it would work as an alternative to if you had to ever leave the tunnels, you could head back to the natural caves where everyone were originally before the schism between the two factions. It's all boarded up though and all locked up, and that's Elijah tells you that's just because stuff just started getting weird, so they decided to leave it part of the deal. You could go that way. So you'd go underground through the tunnels, go overland for a little bit, and then go back into the tunnels, and then use the tunnels the rest of the way, which would drop you off almost immediately next to this particular junction on your old map. So you have two valid options for you guys to debate about.
Can we drive our car through the tunnels?
You cannot. The tunnels they're just too crowded. There are no cars or vehicles inside the tunnels. Just because everyone's in the way. You there's a point where you're gonna have to actually walk through a chicken coop, literally through it, and get to the other side, and then come out the other side to continue on your path. If
We don't have any go-karts or anything.
Yeah, the go-karts will go so far, but it's not gonna get you all the way, right? It'll get you through bits of the tunnels, and then you have to get out. And you have to climb over people's houses or through people's houses, right? Yeah.
All right.
I
Look,
think we should be able
The
to.
city planning down here in this post-apocalyptic tunnel city, it ain't great.
Hey, Robin, you want to get a car working?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go get a car.
Are we taking Sam? Can we take a car? Sam, can we go for a car ride?
Air conditioning.
Look. Fine. Get the big car, right? Don't find me no Prius, no nothing like that, right? I want a 4-wheel drive. I want a Hummer, right?
I'll hop with the car. I was better
All right.
mechanic that day.
Sounds like
Off
the
you get.
overland path is your choice, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Air conditioning.
Cool.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Find one with the fully charged air conditioning unit. But hey, yeah, sure, totally. That's what we do.
So we use the old 455. 4 windows down, 55 miles an hour.
Yeah, so because you guys basically all of you are yeah, we go out and scavenge the overland stuff. You're aware that it is hot as all criminy out there, and you're gonna probably need some water. The kind of stuff, the standard equipment that the scavengers take with them are usually roughly 20 rounds of ammunition, a firearm or two, and a handheld radio, plus like some additional armor in case there's breaks, and then bottles of water.
But how long is this journey going to be?
Well, journey to the junction, the place where the two meet, is roughly going to be about 16 miles, which on foot could take you several hours. But if you're going to go in a vehicle, right, once you find the vehicle, well, then it's really only about 10 minutes, depending on how fast you're driving. So yeah, I mean, if you're booking it at the top speed of 75, you're going to get there a lot faster than walking on foot.
Yeah.
Car time.
Big old truck. That's what Sam said. Got to be a big one.
So you guys all can take. So if you're trying to get all the stuff together, the provisions, the other outbound scavengers, the overlanders, they live a brutal life anyway. So like you guys are used to this kind of stuff. Like basically everyone gets radiation poisoning and dies. So they're all just like, here, this is from like one of the guys that died recently. Take his stuff, and you basically get they give you 20 rounds of ammunition, 2 firearms if you'd want. 1 short-wave radio, handheld radio, and then 20 cumulative armor points to like spread out amongst your group.
I mean,
a bottle of water.
I could take charge of that radio if no one objects.
Yeah, that's fine. Just normal radio, right?
It's a
cool
normal
about it.
special radio. No, it's just a normal radio.
Yeah. Don't want anything.
Skylar, what's your armor condition like?
Who?
Skylar.
Yeah. My armor is in great shape. It's an 8, so.
Yeah, I think everybody has between 6 and 8.
Yeah, I got a look Kevlar vest.
So the maximum a character can hold is 12. So, with the 20 split among 6 of you, that comes out to what? 4 roughly. No.
3.
3 with 2 to spare.
Yeah. I was trying to figure that out. 3 with 2 to spare. So you guys could all bump up. You could all push yourselves to like close, and then whoever needs a little extra can get up to that maximum.
All right. So everybody taking 3?
Yeah, everyone's good. 3. I think Skylar take the extra one to max him out at 12.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, I think, to
the priest.
I was gonna say Robin because I feel like Robin's been running and shit, but the priest as well.
We'll keep that priest alive.
There's also a dog.
I don't need it.
Oh,
it's fine.
yeah,
the doggy. No, the doggy gets all 20. The dog gets all 20 armor. That's it.
Yeah, you can throw some armor at the dog. That might help the dog if the dog gets into a fight.
So
dog armor.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll donate a point.
Josiah's like,
we had 2 extra, and
Yeah,
give him
give
the
it
2
to
extra
him.
plus I'll give him my 3, so I give him a 5.
oh, there you go.
I will also give my 3 to the dog.
Okay, dog now is 8.
Keep in mind.
Okay.
Okay. Sound good. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep mine.
the dog is rolling around with 8 armor, which may be more than Jules is. So just keep that in mind. Jules is like, no. The dog gets the armor.
I'm kind of waiting for that moment where he picks up the dog and uses it as a shield. Like, clink. All right, we're good. Thank you.
All
Lassie.
dogs go to heaven, and you can't say that about people.
That's
There you
true.
go.
You know what? If you've actually watched that movie, you'd know that's incorrect.
So you emerge from the opening of the tunnel. Remember, you all have a bottle of water. That's something to note. It is a food unit, but it can also be used when you make a resilience roll against heat, as giving you advantage if you need it. So you emerge from.
Is that resilience versus weather, or?
Sort of, yeah. It depends on what kind of resilience you're talking about. What are you talking about? You want to throw in and to help yourself if you need it?
Oh, I just have something that gives me advantage versus weather. I don't know if the heat was counted as that or
It
not.
doesn't quite count. This, I'm betting you're talking about like a rain poncho or something. It's supposed to be like other kind of weather conditions, not necessarily heat. Like putting yourself in a plastic bag does not help you with heat. Actually, it makes it
It keeps the
worse.
sun off your face. I mean, I got wool socks too. Does that help?
As he just sweats, he's wearing everything, being like, oh, that's fun.
It whisks the moisture away.
Save that plastic bag because if the car breaks down, we're going to need to build a still so we can drink our pee.
Oh, I can't wait.
Uh,
Are you from the water world in the future?
Things got weird, let's just say.
You emerge from the opening of the into the heat of the nuclear desert. There are remnants and shadows of what once was all around you in the form of destroyed and scavenged vehicles.
Could you use that as a shield?
What?
Oh, there's Bandit.
Aw, there's Bandit. The cement foundations of above-ground housing and petrified trees. There are petrified trees in this place. It is unbearably hot, and the area outside of your entrance is barren, which you had expected. After 20 years of scavenging, you know that you'll have to go pretty deep into the old city, before you find anything useful. Specifically, a Hummer, as was stated.
Yeah, let's head towards where there be cars.
Yeah, you're basically heading away from the direction you want to go, but only because you know that you're going to get a car, which is going to make it a lot easier to go the direction you want to go. So it's like trade-off. We spend an hour going, south, then we can spend 20 minutes going north. Like, yeah, it's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing I'd like to set up, just because of the heat, is I am worried about a few members of the group, specifically Jules, Robin, and Dakota, because without Robin and Dakota, we wouldn't be able to fix the car, and without Jules, we wouldn't have Bandit, and Bandit's adorable.
Oh, I can fix the car.
I can find the car.
Lay your hands on that bloody car, and you say, "By the Lord, be working." I swear to God, I'll leave you to die. Like, don't test me, Josiah.
Hey, if the car works after I say let it be working, then what do you got to argue about?
Don't count if the car was working before you touched it.
To be fair.
Anyway, I'm gonna give Skylar half of basically what I'm gonna do is use the tent struts and basically create like a small canopy.
Okay.
And while we're walking to go to try and find the car, just have like almost like a shade area, shade cloth between the two of us.
What a nice parasail you've made there.
Yeah, basically. And that's totally fine. I was gonna have you guys all make a resilient special stat roll as you start wandering, but I'll give advantage to everyone that's underneath this shade.
I get advantage automatically because I am got good. I have strong fortitude.
Strong fortitude, yeah.
And I just assume that, given that Skylar is so big, that he'd be okay.
Probably a good assessment.
Let's
okay.
hope.
So yeah, everyone make a resilient special stat for me, or a special stat roll for me. Get advantage if you're under the shadow, the shade.
I'm glad I had that advantage. Yes, okay.
38. I failed.
I have a great success. Who failed?
Jules.
Jules
No, you
and
didn't.
Dakota both failed. Okay.
No,
I failed as well.
Jules, I'm gonna spend a luck point for you. Dakota, good luck, my man.
Yeah.
I rolled a
Give it
099.
Reroll? I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I got normal success now.
okay. Cool. Yeah. So you succeed. So you're not infected.
I got a great success.
Waiting for Dead Aussie Gamer to come back with his.
I'm
dice.
okay.
There you go. He was
I'm
hidden.
okay.
He was hidden under his desk for a moment.
Yes, I was. I got a 7, so that is a resilience.
Yeah.
That is a second success.
Okay. Great success. What about Skylar?
I rolled a 099.
A 09.
No failure.
A 099.
Or,
99.
no, sorry. 69. I
like-
read that wrong.
I was like,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Read that wrong. 69, so that's just under it. I have
Okay.
a 70 and I rolled a 69.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So those of you that failed, which is Dakota and Josiah, then you both take 2 health points of damage from the heat as it affects you. Everyone else manages to shake that off.
2 points.
Yeah, 2 points of damage. So you guys travel in the heat. It's just
Can medicine be used to heal some wounds?
yeah.
Wait till we're in the car. We don't want to stop. It's hot. I want air conditioning.
I'm getting heat stroke. Just let's. wait a few minutes in the shade, and I'm gonna apply
No.
some wet
Air
some
conditioning.
cool compresses to my forehead, and it will be fine.
Okay. Cold compresses. How? With
I said
air conditioning to make it cold.
wet
Let's go.
compresses.
Wait, if you ain't using our water to make a compress while we're walking.
Guys, I doubt the compressor is gonna work on this thing when we find it.
Look, let me make this simple. If your head's really feeling that hot, I can ventilate the hell out of it for you.
Hey, you're the one who's got the hot head.
Oh.
Fine, I'll wait. But if I pass out, please carry me.
I got the vapors.
Oh man. Okay then. Well, so you guys just gonna keep on pressing, yeah?
Well, is navigation? Will navigation be useful at all?
Yeah, you can make a navigation roll that might help you, find areas that you haven't been to yet. And
because I have an old road atlas that could point out
that would
some
definitely be helpful,
nice places.
Yeah, you can find out where houses are and stuff.
Oh, that is a great success.
Got it. Yeah, you find an old area of town that's like a residential area in which you haven't really scavenged before. You guys get to this place, you find a bunch of houses of which there are people who have vehicles that are way too large for what they needed them for. People who are overcompensating. There were a few of those.
So the shocks are in great shape.
Yeah, right. But otherwise, like it's a lot of the vehicles are in not so great condition. Earthquakes being as they are, flip things over. Heat of deserts kind of wear down. But there's one house where there's a garage with a little window, and in the window you can see one of those relatively overly sized vehicles parked inside the garage.
Mm. Well, that looks promising.
How about a perception test? See if anything looks peculiar about this situation.
Well, nothing stands out to you. Like, you don't have to make a roll. Nothing stands out to you as too peculiar. There's no movement or anything. So it's just an empty house. It's just like you guys never scavenged over here. And probably whoever lived here wanted to keep their larger truck 4-wheel vehicle inside rather than outside. Because, somebody might key it. One of those kind of... It just feels more like vanity than it does like actual necessity.
I'm going to bang on the garage door with my wrench a few times and then be real quiet to listen if anything moves inside.
Okay. Good thing you did that. There's some movement inside.
Ooh!
Throw my gun.
Guys, get ready. Yeah, Sam, shoot it up. Shoot it. Is it locked? Is there... I'm just going to...
I kick the door in.
It is locked. But you can either pick the lock or you can attempt to, disassemble the lock. There are various ways to get the lock.
I'm going to go ahead and try to pick that lock so that going inside is an option.
Yeah, you can lock pick.
Is there like a window?
There is a window.
Is it like a big brick?
Sure, yeah.
I asked Bandit to smell.
Bandit gives you the indication that there's a zombie on the other side of that. On that thing, the little codes that you guys have picked up with each other. It sniffs. Bandit rolls over, sniffs, and then gives you like the yeah tail up.
Guys, we got undead in here.
Yeah.
Oh, I was worried about that. What kind?
A zombie.
I'm gonna throw a brick through the window.
Cool.
And jump in. Guns
Go ahead and
blazing.
Go ahead and roll luck for me, real fast.
Meanwhile, I'm
throw the brick in. I kill the zombie. I'm like, aha! Oh, dang it!
That's not the bulletproof glass.
Now it's his face.
So that was an 18 on my luck roll.
Okay. Yeah, so you throw this brick in, and that was actually what I was thinking too. You throw this brick in, it hits the zombie and crushes its skull.
All right then.
Nice.
I jump up on the windowsill with my gun out. Look around like I'm just about to. I'm ready. My trigger finger's itchy. I'm waiting.
Sam, you never miss, even when you're not even aiming.
And then Robin makes the lockpick roll, and we can find out if Robin picks the lock.
Okay.
Lockpick is an agility roll, an agility skill.
Agility. Okay. And I get advantage. Oh man, this is gonna
Did
be
you have tools?
fantastic.
Yeah, right.
And even with advantage, I do not make it.
Okay, so you're like picking this lock for a little while. As Sam's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on over there?"
Move away. Let me take this.
Can I just walk in and unlock the door?
Yeah, you climbed in and you're inside.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm just gonna when Dakota's working on it, just like
Hey, he's gonna be sitting there.
he almost had it.
So even with disadvantage, I get that. So it clicks open right as Sam opens it from the other side.
Yep.
That's how you
Well
do it,
done.
Robin.
Well
You
done,
gotta,
Dakota.
You gotta twist it right and then rake it.
Robin's not used to this Luddite lock, right? Like in the future, it's all eye scans and
Usually you hack a
Finger
lock. I'm not
pads.
used. Yeah, but tumblers and rakes. How do you use a rake on a lock? I thought a rake was a gardening tool. You guys have such weird
No.
terminology.
You don't use a rake. You use things to rake the lock.
You use a rake to rake. That's why it's called a. I'm not going to have this argument again. We've done this too many times. We're inside. We're inside. What conditions?
Night trappers.
Sam shakes his head for a moment. He goes, "Whoa, passed out there for a second."
do you need a cold compress?
No. Just all the jibbly jobberty jargon these two seem to be chatting at. All right, well, zombie's dead. Let's see if we can find some car keys, maybe some water or something.
Yep. All of you make a salvage roll then that want to go through the house and find stuff. But the car keys are on a little rack that's, looks like it should be for car keys. And when you go inside, you see all the pictures in the house. You notice that the person that you killed that was a zombie was probably the owner of the vehicle, i.e. the person who owned this house. Pretty obvious.
Polishing the truck to the day he died.
Ooh. Yes, I have an amazing success. Is that the second
Yeah.
thing?
No, great success. Great
Yeah.
success is the...
No, what's after that one?
Oh, amazing for 3 degrees.
Yes, I have an amazing success with an 8.
I also have an amazing success with 5.
Got a regular.
I just go for the car keys and just take those. And
Okay.
I just...
I'm distracted. I want to see if the air conditioning's working, so I'm opening the hood.
Go ahead and make a mechanic skill roll for me then to see if you can figure it out. Meanwhile, those of you that were in the house scavenging, they got the 3 degrees of success of the both of you. Were you guys looking for water or food units?
I think immediately I was just looking for like keys and maybe some cool component parts.
Okay. Yeah. So if you want to look for component parts, then 3 degrees of success is 3d4 that you find of component pieces. So 3d4 component pieces.
All right.
What about you, Josiah?
I mean, yeah, I look for some food and water,
Yeah, some food and water.
medical supplies, things
Yeah.
to help.
6 components.
Cool.
Nice.
I was just looking for anything of possible use for the trip. I just had normal success.
7. So 9 food units. Josiah found 9 food units of stuff.
So I down in the basement, there's this big old cooler that's just stock full of craft beer.
Yeah.
So he comes up with 2 old sacks just filled with beer, and it was, for some reason, like, it was down the basement, so it's still cool.
And Jules was looking for component pieces. Is that what I'm understanding, or are you looking for stuff?
Yeah, just general, anything useful, just general components.
All right. So we'll split that between, you had just a regular success.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then do you want 4 food unit or 4 not food units 4 component pieces, or would you rather have 2 food units?
2 food units.
Okay, 2 food units you find, and that could be water. By the way, that could be water too, because water counts as a food unit.
Right.
Cool. The air.
Anyone?
I was just say the air conditioning. Dakota, what did you get on that roll?
Yeah, so I failed, so I'm gonna spend a luck point.
Okay.
Yeah. 34 under 60. AC works.
Yeah, so yeah, the AC wasn't working. It was definitely like needed some repair, but you went ahead and swapped out some pieces with some stuff you had. Do you have any component pieces? CP and
I do not have component pieces, but I do have a repair kit and mechanics tools.
Okay, I'll allow that you went ahead and just like fixed it without actually needing to. You just took a part from another thing and like put it in and like jury rigged some kind of thing. Yeah,
Took the pieces out of the Ferrari.
Yeah, right. So you get the AC work again, but that also means that like something else doesn't work quite well. So that's what's gonna happen. It's like it's gonna make a lot of noise or something while you drive down the road, but the AC works. The AC is working.
We are going.
The radio's stuck on that one song.
You're right.
Well, I mean, could he not use some of if Robin wants to?
I say, yeah, I'll show up with components. And stuff.
Yeah.
How many components do you need? Because that sound, that real loudness, like I get it, it's a big truck, it's a big Texas truck, it needs to be loud and stuff, but not when we're setting up an ambush.
Oh yeah, good point.
Oh, was that the muffler I used?
Yeah. So how many parts do I need to quiet that back down?
You just have to put like 4 in to put it back down to quiet.
Yeah, I will gladly do that.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a preference to sour, dark, light?
That's in the vents.
Don't open the ones that have sludge in the bottom. We can use that and make our own at home.
Does anyone have a preference for sour, dark, light? I got some shandies.
Yeah, turn into a road trip.
Yeah, right.
Look, we're setting up an ambush, not getting plastered.
Okay.
Sour.
Robin and I got the air conditioning working. Go on, let's drive. Who's driving?
Right.
Who is going to drive?
Skylar will.
Not it.
Yeah.
Okay. Skylar takes over the driver's seat to get going.
I'll with this particular Hummer, is there like kind of one of those like sky roof type things?
Yeah, for sure. There would be every vanity piece of vanity you could possibly imagine.
Oh, fantastic. In which case I'm gonna do the Beverly Hills thing. I'm gonna sit like on the roof, kind of letting the wind do its thing.
Defeating the purpose of the air conditioner on the inside.
Hey, Sam.
Come up and like
No, you get in and shut all those
we come
windows.
across something. How am I going to shoot it from inside without blasting out the windows?
Oh, you'll figure a way out.
That's true.
Let me get out of the garage before I decapitate you
Yeah,
first.
Right. It's also that. Yeah, so driving out of the garage requires no driving skill, and driving in the road also requires no driving skill because it is incredibly empty, because this is the first time a car's been on many of these roads for a long, long time.
Me and Bandit are gonna hop in the back of it in that little cargo back area.
Cargo back.
Kind of stretch out and lay down together.
So you follow the road ahead of you, seeing that the geographic formations are different from the last time any of you were topside. It's obvious that the aftershock had a greater impact than you expected. Everywhere seems to be in upheaval, showing that even the nuclear desert has been disturbed. Suddenly, ahead of you on the road, about halfway or 3/4 of the way to where you need to be, suddenly ahead of you on the road, a herd of bovines starts from behind a large boulder, causing you to have to make evasive actions to avoid crashing into them. Skylar, make a drive skill roll for me.
No, it's not good. I'm gonna burn a luck. It was a 99.
Ooh,
Oh.
Out of 50. That's still not any better. That's an 81 out of 50.
I'm also going to burn a luck.
Yeah, I don't want it to remember it this way. Don't want to remember it this way.
I don't know. I do not remember hitting a big herd of cows.
Yeah.
Mutant cows.
96.
Yeah, priest needs to bless your dice.
Yeah, hit those cows.
And it's a fumble because he used a luck, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bad fumble.
This is a bad. This is a bad, like a real bad.
It's bad. It's real bad.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Everyone roll luck for me to find out who's wearing a seatbelt.
Well, I already said I was laying in the back of the cargo, so.
You're not wearing a seatbelt.
All right, I got 15.
Hey.
Can you burn luck on re-rolling luck?
In theory, you shouldn't be able to burn luck to reroll luck, but Josiah pulled it earlier, so I'll allow it.
Yeah, I have great success. I'm
Uh,
extremely lucky.
yeah,
guys.
yeah, I'm burning luck on that. Yep, seatbelt.
Who was not wearing a seatbelt? Skylar
Jules.
and
Tyler,
Jules.
so unlucky.
And Bandit.
All right, so
Poor Bandit.
the vehicle goes skidding, and right as it does, it comes there's like this moment where this larger, four-antlered bovine thing, four-horned, longhorned bull comes out right in time, turns its head to look at you. You see two faces on the same head. Looks at you as you go, "Arr!" and slam right into it. The vehicle goes up, and Skylar, Jules, and Bandit get thrown through whatever nearest window they have out into the street. The rest of you get some serious whiplash as you flip around. The car kind of, drops back down, all front end, all crashed in. And those of you that
This is why the H2 sucks.
those of you that went flying out of it, let me find two D8s to roll here.
No.
You will take
Tyler, there was a
8 damage as you fly through the windows and out into the street and go rolling.
8
down.
damage
8.
or A damage?
8 damage. The number 8, followed by the word damage. 8 damage, and that will obviously hit your armor before it hits your body.
Oh, I'm glad I got that extra armor points. Because it's about to go away.
So, that was
Fortunately, Bandit
Ow.
also had what?
doggy fine?
Yeah, well, Bandit had 8 armor, so yeah, it should be fine.
Okay.
Also, all of us take 8, or that was just for you?
Yeah. All 3 of you that went flying out of the vehicle, which
Okay.
was Bandit, Jules, and Skylar, they all took 8 damage.
So it was my Kevlar vest of 6 of us.
Yeah. Whatever isn't eaten up by your armor is gone to you. You guys are really close to where you need to be, so you could walk the rest of the way, but damn, that sucked. And since you're back out in the heat, you will all have to make a resilience roll again because of the heat. But if you drink water, you get advantage. Yes.
Could I attempt to wrangle one of these cattles and ride it?
Sure. I will actually allow that. That is a thing that has never been tried before, so I'll allow it.
If you can wrangle one, I think we can hitch it up to.
I pull out my large net, which gives me advantage on such wrangling rolls.
The one that you hit, by the way, is dead. It is dead. It is all smashed up underneath the car.
So you're saying it's real easy to wrangle that one?
That one, yeah.
To be fair, is it
Go
edible?
for the dead one.
I'm just imagining Josiah with the net, like sort of creeping up on this massive cow. Sam sitting there going, "By
Well,
all the powers
I
that be,
mean,
Josiah, what the fuck are you doing?"
I only got a 30, but I rolled a 27.
Okay, then. Well, the cow did not notice that you were coming, and so you absolutely wrangle the cow. The rest all take off and run. They have no idea what's going on. But you have yourself a two-headed cow.
Calm down, big boy. Boy, girl.
Girl, definitely girl.
Calm down, girl.
You can
Calm down.
you can make an animal ken skill roll to calm down the cow, while the rest take off.
Can I help them, seeing how that's specialty of mine?
That's definitely a thing that you do. You can easily be like, whoa, whoa, ho.
So
While they're doing that,
you can take lead on it then.
The question is whether or not Jules's charisma is better than Josiah's, because it's a charisma-based thing.
Well, I would have disadvantage on it. Okay, my charisma 70, but I have disadvantage. How about you?
I'm 50, but I'm specialized, so I'll be 55.
Either
So-
way, that would work out. Yeah.
So I think you have a better chance.
Yeah.
Than,
All right.
Especially if Josiah makes a roll and adds the degrees of success, if there are any, to Jules's roll.
Okay. I rolled a 91 and a 4 because I have disadvantage. So take the 91.
So yeah, it didn't
Not
help.
helpful.
Did not
Not
help.
helpful.
Like, yeah, I got this. No, I don't got it. 79.
All right. So the thing's all crazy.
Spend a
but
luck.
you- Oh, yes, you can.
Spend a luck. Yeah.
50. So regular success.
Yeah.
All right, you calm it down enough that you can, get it over and do whatever you need to it. It's not going to try to run away, but it's not like if you stop paying attention to it, it will probably try to run away. That kind of feel to it.
Well, why he's calming it down and stuff, and now that it's docile, I would like to use crafting to turn my net into kind of a thing we could like hold on to, like so we can ride on top of it.
Sure.
Hook it around its horns and under its belly.
Is there any possibility of fixing the car?
No.
Okay. Is there
Not with the component pieces you have here.
is there any possibility of hitching the cow up to draw the car?
Yes.
All right. Let's give that a try.
So that'd be a crafting roll from Sam's character Josiah, and let's see if that happens.
Yeah.
Or you could have one of the others try to craft something.
No, I succeeded on crafting.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, you made some kind of like control lead thing that you've got on it, and you guys can set that up. I'm not gonna make you roll for the hooking it up to the vehicle because then it's just a matter of like, okay, like this is how we would do that, and then it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because time is getting real low here.
Yeah.
So this adventure is quickly turning into a 4-hour adventure for a 2-hour time slot. So we're moving ahead.
Yeehaw!
So you guys come to the junction where you roll up in your like wagon Hummer, attached to your bovines, your mutant bovines. Bovines, by the way, glow slightly. This bovine's got it glows slightly and has a bunch of pustules, so that's something to note. You don't want to spend too much time in the proximity of it because you might start to have to worry about that.
Actually, I will say a blessing upon this bovine to lower its infection.
Well, you can lower its infection, but unfortunately, it being a mutant, that's sort of inherent to it. It's a being. Yeah. If it's dead, that's a different story, right? But not in the case of a living mutant. You can't just be like, all you mutants are healed on the planet Earth. No more mutants, right? Like, that's not how it works.
Josiah, we need to talk. Stop touching shit.
I've got holy hands. I need to share.
Look, if it's got pus on it, don't touch it.
You guys come out to You come out to the junction, and you find that it's definitely like a place. There were like structures and things here, like a gas station and stuff. It was all destroyed and blown apart. There's just there's bits of debris everywhere, and maybe giant rocks. But the structure that they're talking about is definitely there. There's a tower that someone is building. But based on its laser precision welding, you can tell that this is probably machines that's doing it. Like, it's like real good. And there's these sort of almost compulsive piles of individual pieces all over around it, set up in like stacks, right? But it's like very neatly, very perfectly laid, and in specific sets related to the items, right? So there's not like anything accidentally mixed in, like a 2x4 mixed in with like metal siding, right? These kinds of things. It is obvious that whoever or whatever is building this is doing this with machine precision, and the lack of footprints around indicates that that's probably true. You now understand why the Canyon Lake crew thought that there were clinkers here, because all of the signs point to robots.
Is there any sort of power source to this tower that is immediately visible?
There is, in fact. You go ahead and make one academic skill roll for me, and I'll tell you if you figure out what it is that this tower is supposed to be used for.
Academics, which you do not have a point in.
You can also use mechanics then.
Oh, I can also use mechanics?
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. Okay, that I
Who's
am
gonna help?
proficient in. That is much better. Well, that's not great. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll that 92 with a luck point. And
luck in this
that
game.
is a 61, which will be a regular success.
Yeah. Oh, this looks like it was probably the base. It's the beginnings of a telecommunications tower.
Okay.
There
Guys,
was a time.
it's
There was a time at one point in the robot history where they still used the old like satellite system that floated around the planet to communicate with each other and to communicate with the central processing unit. Maybe that's what's happening in this timeline, but that was a thing that happened once back in the day.
is a thing that happened once. Guys, I think that they're building a tower. It's like not like a satellite, but what is the other thing? What is the other thing that they used to have that was on the ground and it was like it would send signals?
Radio.
Cell
Like
tower.
Sort of like
Oh!
cellular. I think it's
Oh.
like a cellular thing, but I think that maybe it's like a global thing like they used to have or like they will have. I don't remember.
Is this
which
one of those G5 towers that causes disease?
No, I think this was like a 7G, but either way, whatever it is, maybe there's a thing that we can like send a signal through it, right? Can we like hack the other? Can we hack all of the other robots in the area with like that? What's that ancient movie? Send a virus to it,
Shut them all down.
Hackers?
Independence
they-
Day.
Matrix?
Matrix Day. I don't know. This was all well before my time or after. It's hard to figure out anymore. But look, point is,
I
let's try.
mean, so are we knocking this thing down?
We could do that too. That's an option.
No. Let's use it. Use it. Shut the clinkers down.
Ow.
That's what we take apart for scrap.
At
Sam,
very
it-
least,
then
we gotta
take
blow
it
it
apart.
up.
Let Sam blow it up.
How about we try to hack it, take the clinkers down, and then blow it up, and then scrap it. Then we hang him. Then we kill him.
Sam's
So
going
the
to,
all of the above plan.
Sam's going to look around and see if he can see any members from the other colony, like sort of around the place.
Yeah, so as you're looking around, you realize very quickly that there's no signs of the others. In fact, what you do see is in the distance a plume of dust coming up from the road that leads toward your location. While everyone's having this debate about the tower and what's going on, you see that someone is coming toward you.
Should we hide?
I'll sort of tap on the side of the car to try and get Skylar's attention to that thing and sort of gesture over to it without saying anything.
I look over and see what's going on.
There's a plume of dust on the road coming toward you.
Is I kind of look down at Bandit. Is he kind of apprehensive or aggressive towards it?
It's a plume of smoke. It's quite a ways out, so Bandit hasn't even noticed it yet. Unfortunately, the dog's vision is not good enough to see miles away. This is coming towards you. You have about 10 minutes before whatever is making this plume gets to you.
Take cover.
Hi, hiding's good, but they'll see the car and the cow. They'll know someone's
Yeah.
here.
See the cow. Maybe we spread out.
Let them come to the
Maybe we
cow
use the
and shoot them.
whip the cow and let the cow take the car as a distraction. Maybe they'll chase after it.
That's true. Yeah.
It's actually not a bad idea.
That's a good one. All right.
But I do feel like if we're going to scrap this tower, it'd be nice to have, something to carry all this scrap.
Well, so did you say this plume of smoke is coming from
It's a plume
the
of
other
dust.
settlement or from ours?
It's a plume of dust coming down the road toward your location.
From which direction, though?
From a not really either direction, right? It's
Okay.
coming from a town which was in theory the place where they were going to be getting supplies to help build the barricades. This could be the team that you're waiting for. You don't know.
Yeah, it might just be them.
Just hide until
I'm
they
going
get
to
close.
just get out of the car and go find a shady spot to hide.
No,
Okay.
nobody has binoculars or anything, or
Nope.
Nope. You know what? You do have those, a radio.
Skylar holds out the hand to have
Josiah's
somebody
holding on to?
radio.
Yeah. You have a radio. That Josiah's
oh,
holding
that,
on
oh,
to.
that's right. They gave us a little radio when we left.
All right, but you guys are
Yeah, I
scattering
got
to
it.
find hiding places.
I'm gonna find a nice shady hiding spot, and then I'm gonna pop open my drone command unit and start scanning the area to see what sort of drones these are, and if they're ones I'll be able to grab control of.
The moment you turn on your drone command unit, you realize that it has no signal. Something is jamming you.
Hey, hold on. I think it's a jamming tower.
And I hold it up.
Wait, is that good or is that bad?
Well, it means I can't remotely hack any of the drones. So if that's what we were trying to do, then it's bad.
While they're jibber jabbing, I'm gonna take out the combat tarp and set it up so that we can hide in a nice shady spot with a bit of camera.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah.
Smart. Yeah.
So do we want to shut it down then? Shut down the jammer?
Is
Blow
there
up the
any?
power source? Blow up the power source?
Is there like an entrance that we can see to the tower? Is it
It's
like
just being
is there an
built on the ground, so you
inside?
could literally walk up and like climb the tower. It's just got wiring and stuff up through it right now. It's still under construction. It's not like protected.
So it's probably not what's transmitting any sort of jamming signal. Yeah. Okay.
I'll sort of lean up and sort of peek through the tarp and say, "Listen, ain't gonna work if you are the noisiest goddamn rock in the fucking nuclear waste, okay? Hush up, they're on their way." Now
So-
I'll close it.
Dakota, make rock noises.
Does the did somebody
so-
like do the plan of like running the card
yeah.
away?
Yeah, so Sam, before he goes and hides, will smack the rear of the cow. Yeah, go and get.
Okay. So the car starts to roll off. You guys all hide. Everyone make a
God.
stealth roll for me. You get advantage on that if you have that tarp. For
I
you're
have
gonna hide under that.
perception,
Yep.
or I have I'm proficient in it.
Yeah.
Does my camo jacket help here?
Yeah, the camo jacket does. It gives you advantage.
Excellent.
Advantage is no good if I roll the same thing twice. I'm using a luck point. Do I still get to roll with advantage when I use a luck point?
Yeah,
to
you
reroll?
do.
Okay, fantastic.
So when I'm proficient in it, it just
You just roll without disadvantage.
Oh,
that's-
that'll do it. So what is that? That's a great
Regular
success.
success.
Regular
under
success.
agility. That's not great.
Great.
Okay.
Wait, let me simulate that.
All right. So did anyone get a failure? Okay.
Josiah kind of looks around, sees that everyone kind of takes the best hiding places, and just kind of like stands there in the open because there's nowhere
Apparently
left.
Skylar's there too. Maybe he's just
Yeah.
like holding his weapon ready to fight. Like, screw it. If they're gonna come, they're gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good day to die.
So
I mean, we'll just seem like the obvious bait, and they won't be expecting a bunch of others.
right. So the vehicles that roll up are 2 cargo vans and 2 pickup trucks. Cargo trucks. You know, like the box trucks, essentially. With
U-Hauls.
Yeah, U-Haul type things. 2 of them roll up along with 2 pickup trucks. One of the pickup trucks and one of the box cars remains, like it stays. The other 2 go chasing after the vehicle that rolled. That's not very far away because, like, while the cow can go fast, the cow can't go 70 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
Like so, so it's fast, but it's not that fast. So they go off after that. The pickup truck and the box truck just sit there still for a little bit, and then because Josiah and Skylar are standing there. Out of the back of a pickup truck, a roto drone, So a four-winged roto-drone thing lifts up and goes and flies over to them and starts with this little red light sort of scanning everything. Meanwhile, the back of the boxcar opens up and out steps a man-shaped robot with antennas coming out of its back and of its head. And it's holding an auto rifle. And
May the Lord be with you, mechanical
we
brethren.
begin combat because these two are not hiding. They're not doing a very good job of hiding at all.
I don't get a charm roll?
On a robot? No.
Just super quick, does the robot look like it's a humanoid robot, or does it look like perhaps like someone stuck a wire in the back of like one of the humans?
No, it's a humanoid robot. Like it has robot arms and robot legs. It walks on TV. It doesn't roll or fly like the other robot that is clearly helping.
Yeah. How long would it take me to upgrade Sam's gun?
An upgrade is just an action you take in combat. So you can just be like, bloop, 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 and you like do it real fast. So it's like your combat action.
You basically put a gun in a martini glass and just.
And then you hand it back, and it's better,
Yes.
But now that we start combat, we're gonna go to the first person who is the fastest out of all of you. The robot with the rifle quickly aims its rifle and goes and takes 2 shots at I'll take a shot at each of you. One at each of you. I need 10 the ones dice.
And when you say each, you mean the 3 that aren't hidden, right?
The 2 that aren't hidden? It's Josiah and Skylar. That's who they're shooting at.
Right.
Yes. Okay, guys, this is not a good place for you to be in. Yeah. Okay, both of you are gonna have to make a dodge roll. You need at least a success, otherwise you're getting hit.
Oh, that should be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. Should be totally fine, right?
Yeah. I got a 47 out of 50.
Nope.
Oh, the dice hate you.
You will take 6 damage, Skylar, as a bullet goes and just pierces through your armor. Josiah,
Has Skylar succeeded at any rolls?
A few, yes, thank you.
Okay.
At the beginning of the game, I already burnt through all of them. It's okay.
Josiah, you managed to get you get missed from the attack. The roto-drone thing goes ahead and it does the same thing. It goes choo-choo, and you guys have never seen a drone do that before. So you both are getting shot at again. Both of you will make dodge rolls, but you have to do it at disadvantage because you already made a dodge roll this action phase.
I rolled a 26 and a 4, so that is a 26, which is a success.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right. That's fine. Don't worry. The laser drone only does 4 damage to you. Which isn't tremendous.
Are you still up there?
Hey, look at
I'm now at 18 altogether.
Oh yeah, by the way, Skylar has way more hit points than the rest of you. All right. So it's gonna be Dakota's turn to act now. Dakota, what do you want to do?
Dakota is from the Robot Apocalypse, so that gives Dakota the Rage Against the Machine ability, so attacking and defending at advantage.
Yep.
Dakota is also hidden, which improves the damage. So let's take out the Rotodrone.
Okay. Are you going to do a called shot?
You know what? Called shot sounds good. Let's do that.
Okay. So yeah, just go ahead and make your roll and try to see if you get a great success or higher.
90 will not do it. 67 is a regular success.
Regular success, all right, so you don't get that. But you still get, like, what is it, +3 to your damage code right now?
Just +2 for being hidden. So 2d6 plus 3.
The hidden, is that Silent Stalker?
Yep, Silent Stalker.
Is it not +2?
It is DC +2. Oh, it's only melee DC +1 from the rage.
Oh,
against
from the
machine.
robots. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, so +2. So yeah, you're gonna be doing
So-
2d6 plus 3.
That is 11.
Wow. Okay, yeah, solid hit on the drone thing. Solid hit. From Dakota. Hits real hard. Pieces of it go flying off. Some smoke comes out. Robin, it's your turn to act. Do something clever.
Sam, give me that gun. Give me the gun. Give me that gun for a second. I'm going to try to upgrade Sam's gun so that it's got like EMP burst bullets. I'm going to give him some special rounds. Hope they work. So I'm going to make a mechanics roll to increase that weapon DC +1, it says. And that is a 3, which is an amazing success.
Right, so I think you only increase it +1, but you increase it for 3 combat rounds. Is that correct?
I have 1 round per degree of success.
Yep. So yeah, so he's DC now goes the damage on the weapon, the damage code goes up by 1, and it will be that way for 3 combat rounds. I don't think this fight's gonna last that long. So yeah, you give him a little bit of a extra push on his guns, maybe a little EMP push.
I only got 3 bullets, make them count.
Well, he's got 3 rounds of bullets, which is actually probably his entire magazine. But anyway.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool. Sam, it is your turn. You now have an upgraded gun.
I sort of look at it and I sort of aim down the sights. It is now massive damage on my guns. I'm just going to unload literally as much as I can, which with my multi-attack is 2 shots on the humanoid robot.
Okay.
All right, so starting with the first attack. That is 100. I'm going to use my luck on that one.
Smart.
Hells to the no. And I replace it with a 1.
All right, then. We're going to move real quick, because we're almost out of time anyway. But you get to roll a D10 and tell me what it was. We're going to find out what effect you did by hitting it with a critical success.
A critical success and massive damage. I think it hits and all robots in the world disable.
Yeah. Yeah, this was the master robot.
Game over.
So that's a 5 on the D10.
Okay. The attack it landed so effortlessly that one action phase passes before anyone notices, including the enemies. All right, cool. So it's one of those sort of anime things. There's like a, he was flying, and there's like fling, and then later we'll find out like he splits in half or something like that, right? But go ahead and roll your massive damage. Do it with an extra. In fact, don't even roll massive. You're gonna roll extreme. You're gonna roll a 1d8 plus 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that is 7, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 plus 7 is 22.
Wow. Okay. So Sam goes poof. And it legit goes like it hits, and then we're gonna move on to somebody else's turn before. No, I'm just kidding. So there's like a moment, like a silent moment, and then it just goes, and just little sparks come out all over the place, and it just leans over and then falls to the ground. And that's actually a pretty cool way to end, because at that point the command that it had over the drone fails, and the drone drops down and crashes into the sand, leaving you guys having destroyed this AI control unit.
I'll take 6 more.
We've already been booted off the main stage, so
Yeah.
there's no rush.
Right. No rush now. Now it's just streaming on my channel. I assumed we got booted off, but that was like that at least hopefully was the end, and they caught that, but otherwise, whatever.
No, they didn't.
They didn't?
No, I'm sure they did.
We probably got booted off like 10 minutes ago because they did this weird time slot thing.
No, they were like right. It was like 2 minutes ago. They were right on time.
Man. All right, well, that's fine. That's
Anyways.
fine. People got a taste
There's
of the game, but we're still
Still
going.
people watching.
Yeah,
We're still here.
We're still
We're
here.
still playing.
I don't know how many people are watching right now on my thing. I'm just pulled up.
It's down to 33 from 130.
Yeah, main stage getting booted off that. Oh, well,
All the
whatever.
cool people are watching.
Yeah, all the best
Yeah.
people. All right,
and
so,
the rest are just gonna have to come around for the VOD later.
right.
That's it. True, right.
So that takes them out. So what ends up happening now is you guys just kind of have time, because that took out the command. The robots up the way just kind of continue past your vehicle and take off. But essentially, what you guys eventually find out is that while you were busy roaming around looking for a car, this is what happens when you are able to reestablish radio contact after the jamming. When you guys were rooting around for a car and heading out to the other side, the robots attacked. The Canyon River or the Canyon Lake faction was basically decimated. There's very few of them left from the robots that attacked them.
So they lost 10%.
What?
Of their numbers?
They lost
10%.
They lost quite a bit of their numbers. They have like 10% remaining.
It reverse decimated.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
So yes, the Canyon Lake crew is basically done. There's nothing left of them. They're gonna have to figure out what to do with what little remain. Elijah tells you, however, that your particular group was totally fine because above the scouts that were keeping it out for you guys to make sure you didn't get into trouble or didn't need to get dragged back in. They were watching outside. They saw drones flying over and flying around where you're generally directly above your community center, like above ground, flying almost right above where the radio was. But they just kept scanning the surrounding area and then eventually flew off. It's pretty obvious that they weren't able to find you signs of any people or an entrance to the underground compound. But they did come looking. So they probably had hacked your signal and were trying to figure out where it was coming from. You don't know if that means you'll have to leave soon or if you're safe for now because you're not sure if there'll be more coming. But all you know is that today you have survived the maximum apocalypse.
Woo!
Yay!
Another day.
Yeah.
I would like to strip the robot for parts.
Absolutely. You can totally take all the parts back and come back to your compound.
And we have a van too, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple of them. Hopefully the AC works.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, robots
the van.
definitely need AC.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, they run hot, right? Like they're like laptops.
If they didn't have that sort of heat dissipation, they're just like.
They need that cooling.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's what happened, guys. You managed to survive and you managed to stop. The ambush was actually not on you on them. It was them on you.
What a twist!
Twist. Although it seems like we did still kind of ambush them.
You did still kind of ambush them, yeah. But
sort of ambushed those two.
Yeah, there's two guys. That's it. Just
yeah, because the others took off. I mean, we were running out of time, so I was like, well, let's reduce the numbers. And then he one-shot killed the boss who controls the others. So, that's a thing.
That is probably going to be my the best luck roll I'm ever going to use. Like I'm never going to anytime I use it from now on is never going to compete to that.
Though I don't think that would have been possible if me and Skylar had soaked those bullets for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like the amount of damage we didn't have to take because of Skylar and Josiah. I mean,
yeah,
it's true.
True.
So if you guys want to
fall down, and be like, okay, I'm done.
Just have a nap.
If you guys wanted to let everyone know who's visiting my channel, I mean, I'm sure all the people watching are from your guys' channels, but anyone who doesn't know who you are and maybe where to find you, why don't you guys tell us who you are and what you're doing and where to find you?
All right. I am Jonathan. I am the producer over on the Mercs of Mischief. We do here. I'll go ahead and type hello from that account, so you can go ahead and just grab it there. We do tabletop RPGs, largely D&D, our flagship games, which are starting back up after 1 month hiatus because our main DM was out of town. Our epimoniously titled Mercs of Mischief and Too Many Warlocks, 2 teams taking place in the same world on Sundays and Mondays. Working together to rebuild the Avalon Knights Academy. So be sure to check that out. We've also do lots of one-shots with guest stars. And Thursdays, if you're in my time, it's the wee hours of the morning. If you're in Australia, it's a reasonable prime time where I guess he'll probably go next. Michael runs a game called Avalon Society of the Through the Breach system on our channel as well. So be sure to check that out. Give us a follow. Check us on YouTube for all past episodes, so on and so forth.
Yep, and I'll go next, I guess. My name's Michael, and I am the Dead Aussie Gamer. You can find me pretty much anywhere you type Dead Aussie Gamer. I have a YouTube channel, I have Twitch channel, I show up on other people's shows, pretty much running games. I'm a professional role player and GM, and yeah, if you want to find me, you can find me on twitch.tv/deadaussiegamer. You can also find me. I've actually recently started a new thing where I am actually hiring out my services as a private GM on non-broadcast shows, which is using a really cool website called startplaying.games. So I'll also put a link in the chat there, should you wish to hire my services and see what I can do with a couple games.
Cool. I guess if we keep in that fashion, that would just be next would go to Killer Roadie 20.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any Twitch channels or YouTube. I would like to get into it. It'd be a lot of fun, but I just leech off of Scott over here whenever he posts up, hey, I'm doing something on YouTube or Twitch. I'm like, yes, gimme. But I enjoy it. I really like to get into it. So, yeah, that's me.
Oh, got some of those beer bottles over there. I'm Sam Bailey. I'm a game designer. My most recent project was Lawyer Up, which is also with Rock Manor Games, who is doing the Max Apocalypse RPG. So, and I'm a longtime role player, so just happy to play some role playing during these dark times where the kitchen table is off limits.
Yeah. You know, Sam, real fun story, real fast, and then I'll let Demeril go ahead and do his thing. But the other day I mentioned that you were going to be in this, and someone was like, "I vaguely recognize that name," so I googled up the stuff that you've done. Holy crap, man! You got a long list of stuff you've been part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I worked at FFG for 3 years, and
Yeah.
worked on a lot of stuff then. So you end up putting your lot of fingers in pies there.
Yeah, that's what I discovered the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, now we'll jump down to Merle there.
My name's James Scott. I have a YouTube channel called Board on the Bayou. I do reviews and unboxing of various different board games. I am a longtime role player, so when Mike and Scott asked that they're me to do a preview of this role-playing game, I was happy to jump on. I do role-playing, but most of my reviews are usually board games, which in Max Apocalypse, which is based off of, is definitely one of my all-time favorites. And pretty much anything Mike puts out, I end up having to kickstart, like Lawyer Up and Max Apocalypse and few. So I was kind of hoping to have the special edition of Max Apocalypse for having the background, but not come in yet. But I really enjoyed the game. I love the opportunity to preview the role playing game for you, and had a great time. And if anybody knows any board games or whatever, ever needs any type of reviewing or unboxing or even doing a preview, just let me know. I don't charge. I do it for the love of the hobby and try to help out, especially first time designers, such as they got a new one coming out in a few weeks called Backwoods.
Is Bandit on your channel? Does Bandit help with the unboxing?
No, actually, his name is actually Django. That's one of my dogs. Okay. But Bandit's my old border collie that passed away a few years back. That always it was my always true in my heart. So I always that was my loyal buddy. Gotcha. So but yeah, so that's Board of the Bayou. So
cool. Cool.
And finally, I'm Matt. I don't stream. Real life, I'm a toxicologist in Massachusetts working for an interesting chemical company. And got a chance to join Scott for a couple games of Maximum Apocalypse a few weeks ago at Con of Champions, and decided, hey, great system, love to play it again. So here I am.
Yeah.
And
so
all of us are watching the doors in your background, waiting for them to either slowly open or close the whole game.
The whole game.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's at least one fan.
The door you can't see that opened a little while ago, and somewhere in the background there is now a cat.
What you have to do is you have to take a video of yourself opening the door, walking in, and going,
Oh,
sorry. and back out. Use that as your background with the virtual background replacement in Zoom.
Got it.
Or you dress up like a zombie and you come out those doors and do the same thing. You know?
Yeah.
And you go, oh, sorry to interrupt.
Or
But
just
yeah.
do the like drunken roommate thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I invited you on, Vinko, because like I really like your personality. You've got a great one. You really played Dakota well, so yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
It
Well,
was a
and
lot
then,
of fun, guys.
And then I'm Scott. So this is my channel that you've watched the stream on. That's the Kickstarter website right there. Go check it out. That's my Discord if you want to join it and maybe join a game. And be like, I want to play this Maximum Apocalypse. Go there and you'll find people like these guys here basically, and they'll probably play a game with you. So anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for being part of it, and thanks for watching.
Sorry, there was one more.
one more.
Yes, there is a big event that's actually happening for Maximum Apocalypse.
True.
On the How to Be a Great GM channel.
True.
It is going to be on at, let me see if I can do this, American time. It is going to be on July the 1st at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. CDT. And it features a whole bunch of performer GMs and role players and stuff like that as we play through a custom Maximum Apocalypse adventure. We feature Guy from How to Be a Great GM, of course, your narrator from a virtual reality YouTube channel, Myri from Orkenspalter TV for our German audiences, and not even joking, a felted friend, a character from Perception Studios, a full-blown bona fide puppet will be role-playing with us on that table. So it is a once-in-a-lifetime type of game, so be sure to come check that one out as well.
Yeah, it'll be on the last day of the Kickstarter, so it'll be a cool thing to watch, and then you'll have like just this little bit of time to back it after you watch it to find out if you want to play.
Yeah.
And just if you haven't seen your narrator playing role-play games, because he's mostly known for playing VR games, we've had him on our channel a couple times. We did an All Out of Bubblegum game a couple weeks ago where I had him playing like all the NPCs. He's very good. So you're gonna want to watch him play opposite. You're getting Cucumber, right, from Perception Studios.
Yeah, we have Cucumber.
Yep, Cucumber.
You're gonna want to watch that.
Thanks I almost forgot about that. So that's the last thing we're gonna tell you, and then we're gonna go. So thanks for watching, guys. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice meeting you all. Nice playing.